Today was a good day for art. Today is Goodwill Day, and you guys know the drill by now. What that means is I'm going to be taking you guys to as many Goodwills as I can squeeze in. And the more Goodwills we get to, the more goodies we're going to find. But before we start hitting Goodwills, I want to hit up this Salvation Army because this location has been closed for quite some time, and I am so thrilled that they are finally back open. This is a print of one of my very favorite French painters, Henri Matisse, and I have a couple other pieces by him at my home. Well, not the literal pieces by him, they're just prints that I found at thrift stores, but I love his work, and I'm working on putting together a gallery wall episode, so this will be perfect for that. This is an incredible find right here. I love this horizon pattern. Japanese stoneware always is very collectible and sells really well. This piece is only $4.99, and in the past I've sold some of the teapot sets for upwards of $100. I am doing so good at finding these minimalist Japanese Ikebana vases lately. This one's even got the original flower frog attached there to the bottom. I love the colors on it, and it does have the handmade signature here on the back. This is going to be so fun to style up when I get home. Honestly, if I went home right now, I would feel like this was a successful day thrifting. I love all three of these pieces. Just as I was getting ready to check out, I spotted this beautiful photograph of a forested area. It has the signature there on the bottom, and it is only $3.99. I think I'm going to try to work this in the gallery wall too. And now we're going to go see what we can find in our Goodwills. We had the best Goodwills here in the Portland metro area, and I never, ever, ever leave with an empty cart. This is a beautiful hand-woven basket. It is only $3.99, which is an incredible deal. These sell for anywhere from $75 to $100. And honestly, I haven't found a basket at Goodwill in quite some time. This guy is so cute. I'm pretty sure that this is a schnauzer. What do you guys think? We had a debate recently with a brass dog that looked very similar in profile, and I think that everyone determined it was a schnauzer. So let me know in the comments below. He's $2.99 and I'm getting him no matter what dog he is. You know I am all about the shape, and I love hand-carved wooden pieces. This one is $2.99, and I'm pretty sure it is a candle holder, but I will show you at the end of this video how I use these as plant stands as well, because I think it's really important to raise up pieces so you don't damage the wood underneath. This little elephant here is a Blue Mountain pottery piece, and it is only $2.99. And I think that these are really special pieces. They are made in Canada, and they are very collectible and popular. And I recently just sold a very similar one in my shop sale. These coffee mugs are so fun and colorful. The 1980s bright, bold colors are really popular right now. I'm not going to pick these up. Oh, there's actually another one back here. They're only $1 each. I'm not going to grab them, but I know somebody else is going to love those. Okay, I just sprinted halfway across the store when I spotted this. I was actually looking at the rugs and I saw this on the ground down there. This is an old vintage wooden loom, and I have always wanted to learn how to weave things. I've watched a lot of different documentaries on how things have been woven in different countries throughout history, and I'm very intrigued. I'm definitely going to grab this. It's only $15. I'm not positive if all the pieces are here or if it's in working order, but honestly, this would be beautiful just as a prop, even if I wasn't to use it. I'm pretty sure that these sell for quite a bit online. And I will never say no to a good pair of lace-up fry boots. These ones are nice and gently worn. They are $40, which might sound like a lot of money at a thrift store, but these retail for between $200 and $300, and they will last a lifetime. So I'm going to pick those up for my shop. I absolutely adore Polish pottery. I pick it up every chance that I can get. And this one is $3.99. It is all hand painted. Can you believe the amount of time it would take someone to hand paint all of that beautiful detail on there? It's kind of funny because this morning I put it out there that I wanted to find some pieces of art to do a gallery wall episode for you guys. And here I am. This is my third piece of art I have found today. The colors in this painting are really beautiful. It is only $4. That is an amazing price for an original signed piece of art. I am loving the desert vibes on this piece back here behind these frames. So let's pull this out and see if we've got a signature on it. It looks to be a watercolor, and it does have a signature, so it is an original watercolor. This isn't something that I find that often here at Goodwill, but every once in a while I do find some really great art pieces. And you always want to remember to keep looking hard once you find a couple good items, because a lot of times it will be from one house and they donated all the contents of a house at the same time. I'm really into still life paintings, but that had just a little bit too much of an antique teapot for my taste. And this one here has a beautiful gold frame and some very fun colors in it. A little bit too country for my taste, although it is bringing back some good memories of Nebraska. This piece here is a fabulous piece of mid-century Norwegian pewter. Loving the details on that, and it is only $8. These little mid-century stoneware weed pots always sell really well for me. I don't get a lot of margins on them, so typically I do sell them in a trio. Sadly, this one has a chip on it, so I'm going to put it back. But those always do sell really well because I feel like the neutral colors will always, always, always be classic. The colors are so vibrant and fun in this needlework bird art, and I'm actually going to be picking this one up for a friend that collects these. I think she's really going to like it. Salt and pepper shakers always sell really well. I think these ones are so beautiful. They're $4.99, and I think it's for the pair since there's just the one tag. So $2.50 each. That is a very good price. So I didn't end up grabbing this because it was a little bit out of my price range, but I just had to show you guys because look at how fabulous this piece is. Today was a good day for art. I have 4 pieces of art sitting right here, and I'm going to take these ones inside and show you guys what I'm going to do to display them. 2 of them are going to be a little bit of a DIY. I love this one. It's got beautiful colors in it, and it has that very impressionist look to it. A little bit of the Monet color palette there. This is a beautiful Henry Matisse print. I can't wait to show you guys what I'm gonna do to transform this and make it a little bit more my style. I love Henry Matisse's work, and I think that this blue color palette's gonna work amazing with my style, but I'm not digging the maroon matting and this gold frame. So wait till you see what I'm gonna do. I just took the picture out of the frame and check out what it was originally from. It was from a calendar. Ooh, it's got Monet, so it must have been some kind of an art calendar. How funny. That reminds me of when I was a kid and I used to cut out all of the little round plates and make gallery walls out of all the white tiger plates. Gotta start somewhere, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to spray this matting. Actually, I don't know if I even need to, because I was gonna spray it black and check out what the other side is. I might just do that. It's not quite as nice of a texture, and it doesn't have that little bevel on the back side, but I don't think that's gonna show too much. Well, that sure made my job a little bit easier. So now we're just gonna spray this frame. This is such a beautiful representation of the Pacific Northwest where I live. There are tall trees everywhere, and I love this piece right here. It actually has a signature, and I'm going to assume that that is the photographer's signature right there. So I'm kind of excited to take this out of the frame and see if there's any additional information. Sometimes when I open up vintage artwork, there is more information on the back side of the print or the art piece. I am working on a really fun episode right now for you guys, and it is all about gallery walls. I'm really happy with how this Matisse frame turned out painted black. It's just a little bit more of the focus on the art piece. I think that maroon and gold really took away from the piece. So stay tuned because I've got an amazing episode and it's going to be all kinds of gallery walls. I also wanted to tell you guys about thriftbooks.com. This is not sponsored, but I have found several specific books I was looking for. This one was only a few dollars, and it is Matisse's complete works, and you can learn so much about an artist and the different pieces, who the piece was commissioned for, what year it was made. There's so much information here in these books. Look, here is the piece that I got today. It is titled Bathers by a River, and I really, really love this painting. I'm super excited to get this gallery wall put together, and I think this is going to be one of the highlights of the gallery wall. It blows my mind that this piece was first conceptualized in 1913. I didn't even realize till just now when I flipped this over, this was half off. So it was only $4. I got this for $4. I don't know which way I like better. This is supposed to be the bottom, and the candle goes right here, or plant, because you know I love to turn these into little plant stands. But I kind of like this. It's a little more unexpected, and you can have a skinny little candle there. What do you guys vote? Upside down, upside up? I want to know what you guys think. So I don't have any pillar candles on hand, but I do have this one right here in the glass. So this is what it would look like if you were to put a candle on the top in the position that I think it is made for. I love the way that it's top heavy, how it looks with these pieces over here that are more bottom heavy. The opposite direction that I believe it's meant to go, and I think this looks really cool too. You could use a really tall, skinny pillar candle, and I think that would look amazing. And then there's the option of using it as a plant stand. Now I try to use as many plant stands as I can when I put things on my beautiful vintage Danish teak, and I don't want anything to happen to it. I don't want water damage. This specific plant is probably a little bit too large. If you had a smaller one that could rest right in that little divot, I think it would look amazing. So cast your vote below. Which way do you guys prefer? Upside up, upside down, or with a plant? Too funny. I just had this exact same pair of salt and pepper shakers in my shop maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and that was the first time I had ever come across them before. And then here they are again. I think it's always funny how you've never seen something, and once you see it once, all of a sudden you see it over and over again. But I'm okay with that because these are beautiful. Ever since boho started becoming very trendy, I can never find good baskets anymore. This is a really good one. I'm pretty confident that it is a fairly newer piece, but I'm not quite sure on it. It does have a beautiful, nice, tight, coiled look to it, and I love the colors on it. And the coolest part about it is that it actually is raised almost like a pedestal type basket. A lot of times you see them and they're just flat here on the back and they look beautiful on a wall, but this one could also be used to hold things in. I love displaying baskets on my kitchen open shelves and also making a little gallery wall with a whole bunch of them. I'll pop in some little inspiration pics from different ones that I've done in the past here. So this is my kitchen in the Vancouver house that I just sold, and I love having open shelving because it is such a great way to display all of your treasures. The baskets really add a lot of warmth. I even left them in place during the holiday season because I feel like it works really well with any style and any decor. This one was a previous living room setup, and oh man, seller's regret on that coffee table. But look at my beautiful baskets on the wall. Aren't they pretty? Baskets on a shelf or a bookshelf is always the way to go. They are so great for layering behind pieces to add warmth and texture. Telling you, I don't know what it is about how as soon as you see something once, you start seeing them all over the place. And I just found a matching Blue Mountain pottery. Was it a polar bear? Yes, it was a polar bear, and it was the exact same color too. And then here I find this adorable little elephant. He was only $2.99. Isn't he cute? And he has this little trunk up, which is for good luck. This is a beautiful little piece. It's got the lid there, and it's got the cutout, so it could be used as a little sugar dish. But I'm not a sweet tooth kind of girl. I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but I would choose a salty, savory treat. My mouth's watering. Just saying salt makes my mouth water. I'm like a dog. You dangle a treat in front of a dog and his mouth waters. All you have to do is say salt and my mouth waters. Anywho, I would use this as a cute little salt dish, and you can have your little salt spoon right there. I knew as soon as I saw this that it had to be something kind of cool. Even if this was made in China, I swear I would have bought it because he is so darn cute. It was only $2.99. It's in perfect condition, no chips. It is a made in England piece. I had to Google this company because I'd never heard of it before, and it looks like they make all different kinds of pottery and figurines, and some of them seem to be more valuable than others. And I did see another critter with the same kind of finish that was around $75. So I've got to do a little bit more research, but I feel like just for his physical appearances, this dog's gonna get best in show for me. He's so cute. I can't wait to go style this one up on my bookshelf. Is it pronounced otagiri? I don't know if I've ever actually heard anyone say what the Japanese stoneware is called. Is it otagiri? Otagori? Otagiri? Please let me know in the comments below so I know how to pronounce it correctly. But this pattern is my favorite pattern, and I always think it's funny when I find these because I get so excited because I collect them, but I collect them to sell them to other people that collect them. If there was any other pottery other than my fabric that I would collect for myself, it would be this horizon pattern. I think it's so beautiful, and I love the shape on all of the different pieces. This pattern's from the 1970s, and it's very collectible, so I always get excited when I find a piece because I know that I have a lot of buyers out there that are always looking for specific pieces. This is the first time that I've ever found the teapot shaped like this. I will pop in a picture of the other version that I found before, and I don't know which one I like better. I think they're both fantastic. And this is such a great size too because you can actually have a whole pot of tea. So when you have guests over, you can have your cute little horizon teapot out. And what did I pay? I paid $4.99. That's amazing. This will sell for probably $40 or $50. Beautiful in perfect condition. And this beautiful Japanese Ikebana vase was only $7.99. It's got the little flower frog thing right here. And I'm not sure if this front section right here is meant to be a little dish for you to set things in, and then you have the flowers coming out of the back. This one was signed here on the back with the artist's signature. I can't read that writing right there. It almost looks like Elvish. That looks like my tattoos. That's too funny. Very beautiful signature, but I can't read it. But this is such a high quality made piece. And I've got to head to the flower store right now so I can style this beauty up. We are going to transfer these beautiful flowers from this vase down into this low one here so I can kind of show you how it can look if you want to have a lot of height to it, but it can look very different when you have one of these very flat, shallow bowls. I personally love both options, and I like to mix in different heights and have several vases because even though these are very minimalist pieces, I'm still a maximalist at heart, and more is more to me. Now these are individually placed into the frog, so you've got to pull them out one at a time, and you've got to be careful because you want the flowers to survive. So we're going to go ahead and gently push that down there, and you can see it holds that plant very well. What you want to do is you want to get one of these little spikes right in the center. I decided to go ahead and try staggering the flowers 3 different heights. Otherwise this was getting a little bit lost in it, and I think that turned out really beautifully because now all of these leaves kind of hide that frog down there. So all we need is a little bit of water here. We just need a little bit. And there we go. Now we need to have a moment for my favorite find of the day, which was the weaving loom. I had several people stop me when I had it in my cart, and they were asking me questions of like, oh, do you know how to weave? Or, oh, wow, do you know how expensive those are? Do you know how valuable that is? So it was kind of cool. It was already getting a lot of attention. I'm the kind of person that thinks I can do everything. I want to do everything. I want to try everything. I just want to experience everything in life. And I'm having a really hard time finding the time to do a lot of the things that I want, especially with all the moving and whatnot going on. There are 2 things on my bucket list to learn how to do this next year, and one of them is to learn how to weave. The other one is to learn how to make pottery. I don't want to do it to sell the pieces. I just want to do it for the experience and to try something creative and artistic. I feel like when I do my jewelry repurposing, just making something with my hands physically is a very fun and creative outlet. And I feel like weaving something would be too. So if any of you guys have any pointers or tips, or just telling me, sell it, don't do it, it's too hard, I don't know. I need a little bit of encouragement. Do you guys think that I can do it? Maybe you have a really good YouTube channel you could recommend for me to watch before I dive into it. That would be so appreciated. Please let me know in the comments below. I'm telling you, we have the best Goodwills here in the Pacific Northwest, and this is not sponsored. I just love Goodwill, and I love finding treasures, and I love sharing them with you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I will see you guys in a brand new episode soon. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If you want to shop my vintage finds, I list my brand new vintage the first Friday of every single month on my website, leftcoastrevivals.com. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at leftcoastrevivals. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I know it's cheesy, but it helps my channel a lot, and I am super grateful for all the support. I will see you guys in a brand new adventure next week.